Well, I guess the first thing I'll do is show the factory shielding inside the cavity of this 1983 Peavey Milestone guitar. And there it is. Made in USA, Peavey Milestone. Hello, everybody. Ed Dana YouTube channel here. I wanted to make a video today about a guitar, since Relic seems to be the thing, and I don't own any Relics or anything like that. I showed you my Japanese Strat, my MIJ, the '84 contemporary Strat. And that old 70s Crestline Telecaster. So what I have here today is a 1983 Peavey Milestone guitar with two humbuckers that are like a hot rail. And Peavey was the first one I ever seen do this, back in like 1983. And this is a 24 fret guitar with a dark rosewood fretboard, bi-laminated maple neck, the original Peavey tuners, ebony nut. No, it's some kind of synthetic nut. I don't know what that's made out of. The beautiful Peavey string tree there. I love those string trees. And this guitar has a few cool features, but I got this guitar in 1983. My ex-brother-in-law bought it brand new. And in 1983, it was $699 at the local Peavey store. And there's some people out there that hate Peavey. That's fine. I don't care. You can hate what you want to hate. You can dislike what you want to dislike. But my ex-brother-in-law was the kind of guy that would spend now, think later, okay? And he went, I had a PVT-60 that I'd been playing and was getting a bit worn out. The frets were getting worn out. And so he, being competitive, he went to the music store and bought this brand new. And was going to learn to play guitar. And I was in a band. He was not my brother-in-law yet, but my girlfriend's brother, and he was one of my best friends. And he thought, that looks like fun, playing in a band all the time. And we were playing 5 nights a week in all the dance clubs around. And I'd say 2 months into it, he bailed. Because, we were 23 years old. He had never played the guitar. I'd already been playing since I was like 7 or 8. And he bailed. So he literally let me buy this guitar from him for $400, and he let me make payments. Okay? And this guitar has some cool features. It's got 2 humbuckers with a single selector switch, neck, both, bridge. It's got one volume, main volume, and then a tone for each pickup. Now, the cool thing about Peaveys back in the day, they did this thing with their electronics that they came up with, that let's go to the neck humbucker. Okay, when that tone is all the way up, that's a single coil. That's this coil right here next to the neck. But when you roll it back to about 7, it kicks in that other coil and darkens it up. Darkens that right up. Now, same thing with the bridge pickup. If you have it in the bridge position and the tone all the way up, single coil against the bridge. Back it off to 7. Single coil. Humbucker. Then if you put them in the middle, put them both, it'll do it on humbucker too, but put them both on single coil. Throw this switch, it throws this pickup out of phase. Bring it back up, back in phase. Now that's a humbucker out of phase. I almost never use that. And quite often, I just played this guitar in the middle position, both pickups, everything full up, and I'd back that bridge pickup off a little. Now, I always played in bands that played both country and rock. And so I had to have a guitar that would kind of do both, you know. And I was playing the T60, which handled that beautifully, but it was really heavy. T60 was one of the heaviest guitars that come out in 1979 or 1980. Rivaled the Les Paul. It was heavier than the Les Paul, and this was quite a bit lighter, a lot flashier. I'm not used to anymore, and I get a little bit confused on a quick glance. This had 24 frets. Frets, which is kind of cool. Now, let me quiet that down. Now, I went ahead today and put brand new strings on this, and when I took it out, it hasn't been out for several years out of the case, and the neck had some funk on it, and I had to condition the neck. I got this out the other day when I got the Fender Strat out, which I have put away. So I conditioned this neck and let it sit for a couple days and then put new strings on it, because demonstrate something for you that's got old crappy strings that have been on, you know, dirty and rusty, and sit here and tell you how, you know, well, it's got rusty old strings. But you can see where it wore away. They'd paint the white under it, gave it the metallic look through the red, and then it's red over that, and it's got a bunch of marks here where it got banged up quite a bit. And then the back, the buckle rash is just incredible. I don't know if it'll pick that up. I can't see the camera that well if it's picking that up. But, you know, that's just because we used to wear those big wide belt buckles. But much oomph to it. Gotta learn how to use the ditto a little better. Just think, I got this guitar when I was 23 years old. I'm 57. Had it a while. Had my T60 even longer. And I've had some of those 80s Falcons quite a while. So, you know, that's just, I wanted to show this. I consider this a relic. I know a lot of people don't have a lot of, you know, they really don't care about Peavey guitars or think that Peavey guitars are all that great. Well, they were good enough for Eddie Van Halen because they were the ones that made the first Wolfgangs, and he played them for years until they just couldn't get along anymore and parted ways. And then he went to Fender, and he didn't get along with them for not even a minute. And then he went out and started his own company. But Peavey made the Wolfgangs, and those aren't cheap guitars. They're some nice freaking guitars. And these Milestones, go ahead, try to find one. Try to find one. They didn't make that many. They were only made for 3 years. And they didn't make a whole lot of them. So hell, I even used to play AC/DC on this son of a bitch. Does that better on single coil. This is literally a guitar that would do anything. up, restrung. I'm gonna leave it out for a while. You know, why ignore it? I think I should use it. All right, everybody. That's my Relic Peavey rant for today. If you can run across any of these old USA Peaveys, they're well worth the money. They're great guitars. I love them. Especially the Milestones, the T60s, and the Falcons. And there were some Predators that were pretty nice, especially the ones with the whammy bars. This guitar didn't have a whammy bar, and I replaced this guitar with that old Japanese Fender is what I went to after this because I wanted a whammy bar, and I ended up with a Kaler on it. Which isn't on it anymore. It's actually on another Peavey Falcon that is red. I've showed it in the video before, but didn't do anything with it. But that's this Peavey Milestone. Wonderful guitar. 24 frets, rosewood fretboard, jumbo frets. They've been dressed a couple times. Humbucker like hot rail pickups by Peavey with the coil splitting and coil tapping, and it's got everything, absolutely everything. So, all right, folks. Looking for my whammy. All right, out with the old and with the new. Until next time, hang in there, folks.